My name is Dawn Sparks, and I've been attending Grace for about a little over a year. My husband Jason and I work with the youth on Sunday nights and really enjoy being able to disciple them a bit. One thing when I think about being a believer, and I think about when I was a new believer, how important it is to be in the Word and have that quiet time every day. And you know, when we're just starting out, it's like a young kid that you're training to do anything. It's like you don't necessarily have the desire. I think of it's kind of silly, but brushing your teeth. You know, little kids you have to remind every single time. And as new believers, like we need to be reminded to do that, to be in the Word. But then as we grow, then it just becomes part of our habit, and we actually feel off. We feel like something's wrong if we haven't been there, haven't had that time with Him. He desires to have an intimate relationship with us, and the only way we can have that is if we spend time with Him, if we're in His Word, if we are spending time in prayer with Him. And so I know for myself, I like to choose a time of day when I'm fresh, you know, not at the end of the day when I'm really, really tired, although that works for some people, but a time of the day that I know that I can be fully committed to that, and I am ready to hear what He has to say to me. And I spend time praying that He'll show me what He wants me to know, and that spending time in the Word, and just when I'm in the Word, looking at it in context, looking at like really what does that mean and what is He trying to tell me. I think ultimately, we want to know Him, we want to have that relationship, but we want to be in His will. We, as Christians, we want Him to be able to use us, and He is truly the potter and we are the clay. And it's not like He makes us into this cup and says, this is the only way I'm going to use you on this shelf. We want to remain in His hands so that He can mold us and bend us any way that we need to be, so that we can be in His will and that He can use us to fulfill His purposes. And the only way we're going to know His will and what His purpose is for us is to have that relationship with Him, where we are in quiet time with Him each and every day. And I know for the youth group, we remind them, you know, hey, if you're still in that stage where it's not a habit, we have so many tools available to us. Use your phone, set an alarm. Choose a time, you know, kind of think through your schedule when it's going to be convenient. Like if you know that you are always making dinner at 6 o'clock, don't set an alarm for 6 o'clock. You know, choose a time where you can really spend that time with Him. Set an alarm for it to go off daily until you get into that habit, until you just really have that desire. Sometimes being obedient isn't because we have a desire already there. We're obedient. You know, He calls us to know Him. He calls us to be in His Word. So make that easy for yourself. Use any reminder that you need to make it a habit until that becomes a desire for you.